If we admit to feeling afraid, does that mean that we are doomed to be driven by fear? I don't think so. There's a lot going on in the world. At the time that I'm making this video, there is a global pandemic, and there's more that is unknown than what is known. And when that happens, it's how do we engage or embrace a sense of courage, or how do we feel brave in the face of this monolith of the unknown that we seem to be faced? I have a belief that I'd like to share with you about this. And that is that in order to be brave, we need to acknowledge feeling afraid. And that seems like a pretty radical statement. That seems like a statement that is counterintuitive. Like it's almost dissonant. Like, well, what do you mean? In order to be brave, I have to acknowledge feeling afraid. The unknown in and of itself isn't necessarily frightening. The unknown in combination with something else can be what makes it very frightening. And that's the equation that can lead to bravery, can lead to courage. Because if I am afraid, there is something rooting that fear. There's something holding that to me. It's almost tethered. Knowing what that tether is can give me and you an opportunity to be able to name and mention this thing for which I am afraid. I am afraid of feeling alone. I am afraid for the health and life of my loved ones. I am afraid that the people I love don't really know how much they matter to me. Mr. Rogers once said, if it is mentionable, it is manageable. And that mentionable is such an act of courage, because it is actually very easy to be clear in our language, in our relationships, in our dialogues, and it is also uncomfortable. And that's where that acknowledgement of feeling afraid can allow us to feel this melding of the reality of our experience with the truth of our understanding. Then we have the possibility of a united front where we can step forward in, perhaps not into the unknown, but to the unknown, and to be able to say, I don't know where this next step will take me, but I know what matters to me. And that which matters to me will guide me on this path, even though I don't have a clue what's going to happen. And I'm a little scared about that. But being scared doesn't diminish the courage that it takes to be clear and to be bold and to live. It takes such courage to live. And it doesn't matter what kind of change we happen to be experiencing. My God, all of us know the experience of our world turning upside down. personally, individually. And at this moment, right now, when I'm making this video, everyone on the entire planet has had their world turned upside down. And that can be scary. So there's nothing wrong with feeling afraid. Nothing at all. And your courage is not diminished when you acknowledge feeling afraid. In fact, it could even help it to bloom. I'm Catherine Gabriel-Jones. I'm an encouragement coach. And whatever the road brings, I believe in you.